Hello and welcome to the video. Today we have the newly updated Devola 10,000 BTU air conditioning unit, which is Wi-Fi enabled and it has heating as well. And it's a dehumidifier.
It's a fan.
It's a fan too!
Yeah.
Even more than everything. It's okay, right. It's a 5-in-1 air conditioning unit. So it has cooling, has heating, has fan only, has a sleep mode, and it's a dehumidifier. So it's pretty much all of those main things that you might get in one thing. Now, before we get into the unit, let's have a quick look what comes in the box. So once you crack it open, you get yourself a nice little remote that will indeed be able to control pretty much everything on that. And as I mentioned earlier, it is Wi-Fi enabled, so therefore it is app controlled as well, but I'll pop onto that a little bit later as well. Also comes with a drainage tube as well, so if you live in a particularly warm place or using the dehumidifier mode and you just want continuous drainage, plug that in, stick it out of a window or into a saucepan or a bucket or something, and let it just drain away, and you haven't even got to concern yourself with it. That's number two. Third thing you get is obviously the tube itself that extracts all of the hot air straight out of your window. But how does it get out of your window? Well, you could just open your window, but secondly, you get yourself this. Here it is, a window kit that works in slidey windows or slidey doors. It does extend quite a long way. This part will connect onto the very obvious opening there, and your tube will connect onto that. That effectively blocks the hot air or the extra air from outside coming back in, just sort of mitigating the whole point of your air conditioner. However, while it does come with this window kit, most air conditioners come with this kind of window kit, it actually comes with a second, and that would be this one right here. Doesn't look like much, but when you open this up, it is a fabric-based window kit, which will fit any window. So if you don't have a slidey window or a slidey door, you have a conventional opening window, you can use this along with the supplied sticky Velcro to stick it around that, and you poke it through the zip, and it does the exact same thing. I have one of these, works fantastically. Very few others actually include this, but we do, because we're nice. So as I mentioned earlier, this is a Wi-Fi enabled air conditioner, which means you can control it with your phone. Now, if you download the Smart Life app or the Tuya app, plug it in, and immediately you can get access to this. It will immediately find it. I'm using the Smart Life app here for the moment. Found it straight away. I accepted that it needed to use a location, and it connected, and now I can turn it on with my app. Beep. It's gonna turn on now. And there it is, on. Let me turn off. So with this app, you can control the temperature, you can turn it on and off, the different modes, the fan speeds, and of course you can set up the sleep and different timers. So if you want it running for X amount of time, you can do that all on here, which is perfect for those really, really obscurely hot summer days you get in the UK, minus the other 360 days of rain. If you're coming home and you want your room to be nice and cold, set up the timer, get it going. By the time you get back, nice and cold room. Perfect. As I mentioned earlier on, this is a 5-in-1 air conditioning unit. So the 5-in-1 is part of the 10,000 BTU range that we've got. So you can either grab the 10,000 with or without heating, but we also do a 9,000 as well, which doesn't come with heating in both white or black. But one thing to remember is they all come with that second window kit, which is a big bonus. Massive one. Saves you having to go and buy one on another website. Another great thing about this air conditioning unit is it's self-evaporating. So when you're using the aircon side of it, any water that does intake it will use to cool its own coils. You do have to drain it if you use the dehumidifier mode though, because that is quite literally taking water out of the air and storing it. You'll need to get rid of that. Just don't forget, if you are using that dehumidifying mode, to plug in the hose you get into the back, just so you've got somewhere for that water to go. It will tell you when it's full, but it's much easier just to have it going out into another vessel somewhere, a bucket, or like I said, out the window or the door. So before we get to the top of the unit, let's have a look at the back of the unit. Nice thing is, it's on casters, so it will turn and move around on the floor really, really easily. So on the back here, you've got 2 removable dust filters. We recommend you clean those every couple of weeks, or if you notice the buildup of dust, get it cleaned off. You've got a nice little plug storage here, 2 different areas which you can take out from water. This will be the one that you probably connect your hose to. Alternatively, you can connect it to this one as well. And then you've got this section here, which is where your hose will connect. Another slight difference with this one is a lot of the hoses you get on other units are round and just kind of slot on. If you knock them, they can unclip. This one slides across and clips in really easily. That's going absolutely nowhere. So you're not gonna worry about the back accidentally pinging off or anything like that. Comes off nice and easy too. Very satisfying spinning this. So everything can be changed from the top of the unit as well as the remote and the app as well. So once we get it turned on, we can choose all the different things from the top here. You've got your modes, you've got your speeds, you've got your down and your... Okay, I'm gonna have to turn that off because it's messing with my background. So how are you? So you've got your different modes up here, which will go through all those 5 different modes that I explained earlier. You've got your different speeds of your fan, of which there are 2. You've got your up and your down arrows on here for your different temperatures or whether you want to set timers. Speaking of, you've got your timer button, you've got your sleep button, and you've also got a child lock. You push and hold that, you'll get an audible beep when it's ready to go, and you get a little lock symbol on the screen. All of those buttons will then not be touchable. You won't be able to press any of it until you do the exact same thing to undo it again. You can also change the airflow direction with these vents at the front here. You've got vertical and you've got horizontal inside there as well. It's very much an air conditioner for all of the different seasons. You can cool down in the summer, and you can warm yourself up in the winter, all on one unit.
And humidify when it's wet. Prove me wrong, it was very foggy this morning. It is the middle of May.
That's true.
It was like living in Silent Hill. Get back in there.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm back. I have to beat that out, beat that out, beat that out. We're a friendly channel here. And finally, you've got the adjustable thermostat on top, which goes from 16 up to 32 degrees C. It also uses the R290 style of refrigerant, which means it's ozone layer friendly, which is still repairing itself. That's good. Now the sleep mode has a really nice little functionality. Once you've set it and you've set your desired temperature, over the hours of you being asleep, it will gradually turn itself down until it's off completely. So you'll get a nice undisturbed sleep, you'll get nice and cool when you're trying to sleep, but you won't waste any power or electricity while you are asleep and not really feeling or benefiting from the fact there's aircon. So that's really nice. So as it's coming into summer and it's gonna get warm, you might wanna grab yourself one of these. The entire range is available right now. You can go down in the description and find the link to those as well as the comments. Grab yourself one of them because this thing is feature packed. You will not need to buy a dehumidifier, there's one in here. You will not need to buy a heater, there's one in here. You don't need to buy an aircon because it's in here. A separate aircon. I don't know where I was going with that. It's energy rated A, so it's really good on the energy side of stuff as well in comparison to some of the other aircons you can get, which can suck the energy through. This thing is brilliant. Not to mention, it's good size. Arise! So, the units also come, well, the 9000s also come in black. As you can see here, the 9000s can come in black. They all come in white, but the 10,000s are in white. Excuse me, excuse me. Don't forget, if this video was helpful, give us a like rating and consider subscribing as well for more of this style of stuff. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below and we'll do our best to get back to you. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget, get some cooling. It'll come in handy. Bye-bye.